Hello, welcome along. Now, the next VGC tournament I have been to, as you may have guessed from the video title, is the Whitstable Premier Challenge. I went there before, there were 5 people, and I came first, so it's the scene of my greatest victory. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to do as well this time. Obviously I know what's happened because it's in the past, but I'm trying to build it up for your benefit. Okay, so there were 4 rounds of Swiss. The first one will be coming up after the break. There we go, that was a short break, wasn't it? This is against William Tansley, who currently I think is 2nd or 3rd in the UK, so this will be a good battle, hopefully. He's running a standard chalk-looking team. So Cresselia, Heatran, Amoonguss, Landorus, Kangaskhan, and his 6th Pokemon is Thundurus. So I led with my sort of standard-looking lead pairing. He withdraws Landorus straight away and brings in his own Kangaskhan. I am more than happy with that. He also withdraws his Heatran as well, not like in, well, both of my Pokemon can super affect that Heatran, so not good. In comes Amoonguss, predicting something to be done on the Heatran there. Looking to get that Rocky Helmet damage. The Lucky Helmet, as I call it. Watch the Y Nuzlocke if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about. So there is the Fake Out, and it does go straight onto that slot, so good prediction from him. Or a bad prediction from me, whichever way you want to look at it. I do get the Tailwind up though. If I'd had Power Up Punch, that would have been a good time to have used it. Oh well, I don't have it anyway, so it's pointless even saying that. In comes Scizor because, well, he can knock out my Kangaskhan, I'd imagine. Calculations of the losers, I don't know. So he fakes out yeah, that slot. That's fine. I'm thinking as well he might want to put the Kangaskhan to sleep or something like that. But that's fine. I get lucky with the burn there. Here does come the Spore, but it hits the Suicune. And that Kangaskhan is on his way out. So next turn he does actually switch it out, looking to reuse the Fake Out presumably, and in comes Heatran to threaten the Scizor. Now I do Bullet Punch that slot as well, so it was a good switch for him. And Suicune is doing nothing. Amoonguss, does he go? Oh, he goes for a Sludge Bomb in fact. So presumably he doesn't have Giga Drain or predicted a switch from me into a Sylveon. He does wake up though, which is good, and he gets that Scold away. This is next turn, by the way. I don't knock it out, unfortunately. That's what I was hoping, a Protect and a critical hit. You never know. And another Sludge Bomb. Suicune can eat that up for breakfast. That's absolutely fine, and there goes a Tailwind. So next turn, Heatran switches out in the face of that Scold, and Kangaskhan comes back in. And Scizor switches out because he doesn't want to face that Heatran. And Hydreigon comes in. I'm predicting Fire type attack. Hydreigon resists that, and I do get the Tailwind up as well. He's obviously predicted that I'm going to do that too, so he knew he'd get a free switch. He does put that Suicune to sleep yet again though. But that's fine. Either he leaves it alone and it does nothing, or he attacks it and I can attack freely with my other one. I have no problem with that. I do switch it out though, so I obviously don't know what I'm talking about. And Scizor comes back in now that Heatran is gone. And a Protect from Hydreigon. Presumably there's going to be a Fake Out yet. I was thinking maybe a Low Kick. And the Sludge Bomb yet again, trying to knock out that Suicune, but straight into the Scizor. He switches out his Kangaskhan. Heatran coming back in. Oh no, Landorus this time. So I think I might go and... Now let's see, I think I predicted the switch out, if I remember rightly. Amoonguss protects... Did I predict it? I can't remember. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? There's the Bullet Punch. That was always going to happen, so that's absolutely fine. Although he has been intimidated, yes. And I predicted the switch out and went for the Flamethrower. Although I was I was thinking either I'd get a double target on that slot, or a scissor would knock him out and the flamethrower would hit the Amoonguss, so I was happy with that happening either way. Heatran comes back in. It's absolutely fine, and Dakudo Hado, I think it is in Japanese, onto that Landorus. Whatever switched in there was going to get a stab move on it, so that was fine. Wasn't going to bother predicting. And I'm confident of getting the Swords Dance up. Of course, my Lumberry hasn't activated yet, so if he put me to sleep with the Amoonguss, that would be absolutely fine. Now I've got that Swords Dance as well. I'm feeling very confident. Another Protect from Hydreigon. I know I'm kind of stalling out my own tailwind here, but I'm presuming he's going to fake out or low kick, so I'm kind of just... He does go for the fake out, in fact, onto Scizor and a Heat Wave. But that's fine. I didn't want him to low kick or fake out something and low... whatever. Fake out and Heat Wave. I just thought I'd just protect. Fucking fake out what you want, mate. I don't care. In comes the Amoonguss. Heatran protects this time. Looking to protect against the Earth Power from... What's his face? Hydreigon. I do Bullet Punch the Amoonguss though. That does loads of damage because of that +2. And an Earth Power into the Heatran slot. Next turn, Amoonguss protects. But now the Heatran is protected, I know I can attack straight into there as well. Scizor Bullet Punches into the Amoonguss. Heatran substitutes. But I was Earth Powering that slot anyway. So, it's no biggie. He can't put up another substitute now. He could potentially protect next turn, but he's got so little HP, it's just postponing the inevitable rule. Inevitable. He does protect, in fact, so presumably I went for the Bullet Punch and Flamethrower. Oh, Scizor protects as well, so the Flamethrower from Hydreigon into the Amoonguss. Which knocks it out. Lovely jubbly. It was a crit, but I think it was probably fine. And he brings in Kangaskhan to see out the match. He can fake out. He does in fact forfeit, because he guessed there was no way back for him. So that was round 1, a good win. Right, on to round 2. Right, round 2 was against Matthew, open quotation, legend, close quotation, king. Otherwise known as Ash Ketchum, apparently. Let's see what happens. Standard lead once again for me, and he had a hell of a team. Sorry, Sableye, Nidoking, Gastrodon, Hydreigon, Salamence, and Conkeldurr. So I don't know what I'm doing here. He actually switches Nidoking out, predicting the Scald. I decide that I can forego the Scrappy because I'm probably going to be attacked, and I fake out what was the Nidoking. But in the end, it doesn't even matter, as that band once sang. And I do use Scald straight into the Storm Drain, so I kind of fell for that. So the theme of this battle at the start is I don't know what I'm doing, because this is a very odd team. Quash is a great move though. I considered using that myself before, so I earned a nod of approval from me. And I'm not happy about that special attack boost, so I'm going to drop it back down again. I don't think there's much point in me tailwinding, because I'm faster than a lot of his team anyway. And the return does a lot of damage. Doesn't quite knock him out though. Thanks for that, Burn. Thanks a lot, Burn. The next turn, Gastrodon protects. If I remember rightly, I think I attacked straight into that protect. And the Will-O-Wisp from Sableye onto the Suicune this time. So I'm playing against the clock. Yeah. And another Snarl, so kind of a nothing turn for me there. But I'm confident that he can't do anything to me. This is the thing. I might be hitting my head against a brick wall here, but he's not doing anything back to me. I mean, he has burnt me, but that's not going to take effect for 16 turns or so. He switches Sableye out the next turn and brings in Conkeldurr, which is a big threat to that Kangaskhan, of course. And Gastrodon comes out as well. As I said, he's not doing anything to me. And Nidoking comes back in. So, I didn't predict that switch. I would have scolded if I had, but I did Ice Beam that slot at the very least to do damage, so that does super affect the Nidoking as well, which is nice, because it was just going to be a neutral hit against the Gastrodon. So the next turn Nidoking switches out again. I'm feeling a bit more confident now, you see. Sableye comes back in. The Sucker Punch fails, because I'm just predicting that Nidoking to attack, you see. And at this point I do get the Tailwind up, because I'm assuming it's a Choice Scarf Nidoking, so now that it's going to be coming into play quite soon, I want to be faster than it. I thought it was quite interesting that he Drain Punched the Suicune and not the Kangaskhan. Personally. I would have just got rid of the Kang. Not to worry. Next turn, he does Fake Out though, I forgot that Sableye learned that. But he goes on the Suicune, which means that Kangaskhan lives to fight another day. That's not my finest moment, let's say. Not to worry. He gets another Drain Punch off. It's on Suicune again though, which brings him up to full HP. And down goes Kangaskhan. I knew Kangaskhan was going down, so I wasn't too bothered about sort of just leaving him in there, doing whatever. I should use Return though, really. So in comes Sylveon, and now I'm feeling much better. That was why I wanted to get the Tailwind up before Sylveon came in, that was the thing, but I forgot all about Quash, of course. I remember now. I'm much more lucid when I'm playing these games, but afterwards I just have no idea what I'm doing, but I did at the time. I wanted to make sure that Sylveon had the maximum amount of Tailwind, so I didn't set it up at the start, because it might be a while till I switch Sylveon in, and the Tailwind might go away by then. He knocks off the Pixie Plate, but for some reason it's still super effective, so I don't know whether that's a bug or whether I don't know. He knocked off the Pixie Plate. I'm not sure why it was super effective. I don't think that should have happened, to be perfectly honest. Whatever. And in come the last two. Gastrodon protects. From speaking, I'm against two, what I presume are special attackers here. But Poison Jab. I said to him I was not expecting that, and he said not many people do. Which is obviously why it's so good. Sylveon goes down. And so does Suicune. So, this match, not over yet. And there goes the Tailwind as well. So, in comes Scizor. I think if it was anything but Scizor, I'd be in a lot of trouble here, but as it is, I'm more than happy just to Bullet Punch the Nidoking, try and knock it out. Yes, I do knock it out. And just hope that the Gastrodon doesn't massively crit me here. Okay. Look, if he'd have got a crit and a burn, it would have been a bit touch and go, I think. Though it wouldn't have been enough, still. Still would have been, oh well, might have made for a bit more interesting a finish, but whatever. So there we go, 2-0. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. On to round 3, which is against Sean Foodking Taiso. Well-known name on the circuit. He had Kangaskhan, Rotom Wash, Heatron, Landochi, Thundurus, and Amoonguss. So pretty standard, if scary looking team. I'm assuming, as always, that his Kangaskhan is faster. The problem is you never know. You never know whether it's going to be faster or not. On this occasion, seeing as he Mega Evolved and Faked Out first, I think it's safe to assume that he is faster. He got a crit on the Fake Out, which is unfortunate. Rotom Thunderbolt, and look at the amount of damage this does. I think he may have... I think he's a choice Rotom. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, I wasn't paying attention too much. Kangaskhan switches out, Landorus comes in for the Intimidate on Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan Sucker Punches, but nothing doing. And he's Snarl from Suicune just because that Rotom is doing too much damage and I don't want. Do not want. This is not a good game for me, actually. it's over quite quickly. There goes Suicune already. I should have just switched out the Suicune. And Hydreigon comes in. Return from Kangaskhan onto that Landorus does a sizable amount of damage, but thanks to that Intimidate, it doesn't knock it out. And a Dark Pulse from Hydreigon onto the same slot does knock it out. Hooray! Oh, I should have been targeting that Rotom. He does Thunderbolt again. I think that was the main thing. I knew he was... I kind of guessed he was choiced, so... I thought I'd be alright with a Thunderbolt. Damn Thunderwave. If only I had Raichu on my team. Sometimes I really miss Raichu, and this was one of those battles. I do return onto that slot. I get lucky with the crit there. But he does have a Citrus Berry to regain that. And a Dark Pulse onto the same slot. Why aren't I getting rid of this Rotom? So he Thunderbolts the Kangaskhan this time. And there goes the Tailwind. Boom, there goes the Tailwind. So Kangaskhan here can just fake out again. But he actually just goes straight for the low kick, which I should have seen coming, really. And the Thunderbolt from the Rotom onto that slot, I think should be enough. Yeah, it is enough to knock me out. So, Scizor, the last one in. Not really a lot I can do. Just hit and hope with the Bullet Punch. Return not doing a lot, but he's going to be doing a lot more damage to me than I can to him. And there's the Thunderbolts, which is not quite enough, but it's all for naught at the moment. So yeah, now this is when I know that the Rotom is choice something. So yeah, knowledge to take away with me. So yeah, that was not a great battle, but not to worry. I'm 2-1 going into the final round. I'll be playing another 2-1, so it's all to play for. So this is against Alex Edwards, who had Metagross, Hydreigon, Sylveon, Rotom, Heat, Venusaur, and Gastrodon. Yeah, I've written Gasto. Gastro, I meant. I'm not looking forward to this Venusaur. I don't like Venusaurs in general, although Kangaskhan's return is usually enough to sort him out in a couple of turns. Fake out and return. I missed what that was. Was it Hydreigon? No, who knows. It switches out whatever it is, and in comes Gastrodon. It is Mega Metagross though, so I don't know whether it is Mega Venusaur or not, or whether we're going to see a regular Venusaur at some point, which I'd be a bit more happy about. Not likely, let's be honest. In fact, you're not likely to see a regular Venusaur, are you? Unless there's an extra Charizard or something. So I fake out into the Rocky Helmet there, and the Zen Headbutt from Metagross into Suicune doesn't get the flinch, which means I'm able to set up the Tailwind. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Next turn, Sucker Punch onto the Metagross. Lovely jubbly. Pretty useful Sucker Punch. I didn't have it in the last videos you saw, and I've added it on this one because, as you can see, it's quite useful. Although Crunch would have been useful there anyway because I had Tailwind. Zen Headbutt. You also saw in some of the previous battles why I don't like Sucker Punch, because you waste an attack if they switch or protect or something. Especially if they switch. You know, you could have just got a Crunch off it, got an attack or a return or whatever. Not to worry. Next turn, the score didn't do anything, so next turn I go for Protect into Sucker Punch into that Protect, and the Snarl. It hits both of them, but I'm aiming for the Gastrodon really, just to make sure it can actually do literally nothing. It goes for another Scold, which is going to be doing even less. Metagross switches out. I think I probably just went for another Sucker Punch onto it. And Sylveon comes in, but I'm happy. Oh no, return. Cool. Onto that one. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm happy just to let him carry on. you get to stages in certain games where you're just happy, even though you're not predicting very well. You know that you're in no danger, so you don't really care. And that's one of those situations. And I get lucky with the burn there, but I think it was not, don't make that much of a difference, to be honest. There goes the Tailwind, and in comes Hydreigon again. There's a Dark Pulse. It's now faster. Onto the Suicune, not enough to knock him out because he's so bloody bulky. And he has a Life Orb guy. That's testament to how bulky Suicune is there. And the low kick straight onto that Hydreigon. Bish bash bosh, real good nosh. So that was quite crucial, that attack there. And I get another Tailwind up just to be on the safe side. Because the game isn't over yet. You can get confident, you can get cocky at some point, because I knew that was coming. So I want to make sure that whatever comes in next actually does outspeed this Sylveon. And of course it takes a bit more burn damage too. Scizor comes in, and Hydreigon comes in, hence the Tailwind. And in comes Metagross. So it was like a final Tailwind just to set it up ready for the last two to sweep the rest. Bullet Punch from Scizor. Sylveon is not going to withstand that. Crit didn't matter. And the Dark Pulse from Hydreigon into the Protect, but next turn it will be absolutely fine. Of course, you see, this is what I'm talking about. I concentrate more when I'm actually playing, because I knew he had Metagross in the back. That's why I needed to set up the Tailwind so that my Hydreigon could Dark Pulse, but I just... Because I've got the list of what Pokemon he has next to me, you see, when I'm playing, so I know all this when I'm playing. But when you're just commentating really fast over the top, we don't really have time to think of these things. But anyway, lucky me, won that one, that's 3-1, and that put me in top cut. I think I was 3rd overall after Swiss, but I will show you the top cut matches next time, so I'll see you then. Bye. So my semi-final was against Michael Woodrow, who is playing as Laura. It's his sister's... He forgot his game, you see, so it's his sister's game and someone else's spare team. His sister hadn't finished the game, so he couldn't Mega Evolve. She hadn't got to that point in the game yet, right? So... It was a bit unfortunate for him. Fair play to him for getting to the semi-finals, though. He was like, I shouldn't be here. And I said, but mate, the fact that you are here is amazing. So, first turn, I'm not going to fake out the Jellicent. I'm just going to fake out the what's-his-face? Hariyama, because the Trick Room's going to happen anyway. The fake out is just going to postpone it for another turn. I know that he's going to use Trick Room, so I can get up a free Swords Dance. La 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 la. And that was my plan with leading with Kangaskhan and Scizor, is the fact that I know he's going to have fake out and Trick Room, so I can just take advantage of that. So, Bullet Punch, ba-dum-ba-doing. He was there going, oh, I forgot how powerful Technician was, knocking him out. And you do realise I just Swords Danced as well. I don't think it was Technician doing that. But anyway. Will-O-Wisp from Jellicent. Onto Kangaskhan, taking advantage of that Trick Room. Hang on, I've lost count of the turns here. But anyway, it's definitely the next turn now. Scizor protects, because he's going to use Heat Wave or something. He actually Will-O-Wisped. So now I can low kick that Heatran. I have been burned though. And he has Life Orb Heatran. So what can I do with low kick? Not quite enough, unfortunately. And there goes the burn. However, next turn, do I Bullet Punch? Yeah. I Bullet Punch the Heatran, thanks to that Swords Dance. See, I was fairly confident in knocking him out. Doubly confident with Sucker Punch. And it is just enough. Just enough, so it was a bit of a risk there, but it paid off. And he Will-O-Wisps, and I miss. See, I'm letting him do these Will-O-Wisps, because I know I've got a Lumberry. I'm thinking, you Will-O-Wisp all you want, mate, but he's missing them, so that's fine by me as well. In comes Abominable-Snow. Abominable-Snow. King of the North. I shot into the Scizor. It's not going to be enough to knock him out. And Bullet Punch is not quite enough to knock him out, thanks to the Focus Sash. And he misses the Will-O-Wisp again, and then the low kick onto that guy to finish him off. Wonderful. So I guess he must have Mega Mawile then, considering he's got Focus Sash. Or maybe it was Mega Bomber Snow and he changed it to Focus Sash because he didn't have a Mega, or... No, it must be Mega Morwell. What else is it going to be? Did I tell you what his team was, by the way? It's a Bomber, Snow, Morwell, Cresselia, Jellicent, Heatran, Hariyama. Sorry. See, I was pleased not to see a Cresselia, because they're a nightmare to deal with. Jellicent is absolutely fine, because it's a pain to knock out, but it can hardly do anything back to you. Only Will-O-Wisp, really. And the Dark Pulse will super affect it. And knocks him out. Wonderful. So that's that, 1-0. Of course, if you're new to this scene, Top Cut is best of 3. So I haven't beaten him yet. So, for the next match, I'm predicting, because my Scizor gave him so much trouble, I'm guessing he's going to lead with Heatran next turn. I still don't know whether he's going to bring Cresselia or not. But, let's find out. Of course, if he does bring Cresselia, I could probably just Bug Bite it anyway, no problem. First turn Bug Bite, that's what I'd do. But anyway, let's find out. See, this time, because I'm predicting I'm predicting the Heatran lead, so I lead with Hydreigon because I can straight away threaten it, and bingo bango, I predict correctly. He doesn't switch it out, which gives me a chance to Mega Evolve. And again, I know the Trick Room's coming, so just deal with it. He does protect with the Heatran though. Just ready for that Trick Room. And I Dark Pulse straight into there. See, I obviously knew what I was doing at the time. I predicted the Protect and Dark Pulse into that slot instead. I don't knock it out though. It'd be cool if I got a crit and he didn't get the Trick Room up, wouldn't it? But no such luck. Not to worry. Sucker Punch doesn't work because he's going to Will-O-Wisp. It's the problem with Sucker Punch, you see. It's kind of the only thing I can do against Jellicent with this Kangaskhan. Anyway, he can't really hurt my Hydreigon, so I'm happy just to let him attack and Earth Power myself, which will do a lot to him. So all in all, pretty neat first turn, I think. I sacrificed a burn for a knockout and about 50% of my HP, but that's fine. He brings in a Bomb of the Snow. Let's see, I protect with Hydreigon because I'm assuming he's going to Blizzard or something like that. There it is. It's Kangaskhan. I'm hoping that it's got Recover, which is annoying. I'm hoping that I survive, and I do, just enough to get a low kick off. I know I actually went for a return. Should I have gone for a low kick there? That's a good question. Not sure about that. Not sure how much it would actually do against Bomber, so I'll check up the calculations in a minute without the episode. But I survived to live another day, but not quite. So there he goes. But that's fine, I'm happy with that because I believe I have Scizor. Yes, I brought Scizor with me. So I was happy to let Kangaskhan get knocked out there because now I can just Bullet Punch. I don't need any sort of Swords Dance here. Straight up Bullet Punch. That protects my Hydreigon. And the Will-O-Wisp finally hits the Scizor, and he's going finally, and I'm just sort of got a little smug grin on my face. Ta-da! And the Dark Pulse onto Jellicent. Just enough to knock it out. Pretty high, good damage roll there. So yeah, this is in the bag, I reckon. Of course, I have the benefit of knowing whether it is in the bag or not, but I reckon it might be in the bag, but at this stage. In comes Hariyama again. Protect with Scizor and protect with Hydreigon. Number 1, it stalls out the hail. Number 2, it stalls out the fake out. He does actually close combat. And he takes a bit of hail damage, of course. As do I, but whatever. Now, Trick Room's finished, so now I can attack first. I go for the Earth Power because Dark, of course, is not very effective. Doesn't do a lot though, does it? And here's the no, Swords Dance, because I know he's going to attack the Hydreigon, so I have a chance to get out of the Swords Dance. See, at this point, he's saying, "Oh, I've lost already," but I'm there like, "No, you really haven't," because it's going to be hard for me to knock out this Hariyama here. So that's why I went for the Swords Dance, just to make absolutely sure. Now he has also close combated. His defense has dropped as well, so combined with the Swords Dance, I'm in business. I'm in Bullet Punch Town. And Arcanine as well, just to rub it in, lower your attack. I think I went for Will-O-Wisp here. Don't know if you get to see it or not. No, you don't. +2 attack against -1 defense is, yeah, going to knock him out. Yeah, I did go for Will-O-Wisp just to be on the safe side as well. No, I didn't go for Will-O-Wisp because he's got guts. No, I didn't, because I remember stopping myself, thankfully. I think I just went for Flamethrower, yeah. So yeah, there we go. That was that win. So now I've got at least 20 championship points for coming second. The question is now, can I get 30 championship points for coming first? My opponent in the final is Foodking, who bloody hell, I can't talk. Who so comprehensively beat me in round 3. So, with any luck, I'll be able to do a little bit better. However, I've just realised that I don't have a battle video of that. Shoot. Because I was playing on a different 3DS because it was streamed on Twitch. I do have the videos. I downloaded the VODs. So, I will put that final up. To be honest with you, I don't really want to put those videos up because I didn't do very well. It was a bit embarrassing, to be honest. I knew exactly what that Rotom was all about and how much of a threat it was, and yet I still led with Suicune every time, which was really, really stupid. I should have just led with, like, Hydreigon or something, because he resists both the stabs. And I knew I was slower than his Kang as well. Do you know what? I might not upload it. I lost 2-0, right? I lost both the matches. The second one was quite close. I might stick them up, but it won't be in this video. It'll be on another video, the next video. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Actually, I might stick them on the end of this video. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll stick them on. Who knows? Who cares? Whatever happens, I'll see you at some point. Bye.